Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now, my goal is at the end of this video to show you guys another way that you can earn online, which is becoming a lifestyle content writer. Now, if this is your guys' first time on my channel, my name is Aileen Lacaba. I am the virtual ate. Been working from home since I was 15 years old and now run an outsourcing agency in the Philippines. And I post videos every Sunday and Thursday on how to work from home, so make sure to hit the subscribe button right there so you don't miss any of my videos. Now, our guest for today is actually a friend of mine. I'm so excited for this interview. She actually started as an ESL teacher. She's also a pastor in her local area. She is someone who took the Work Anywhere Challenge. She's also one of my students. And since then, she has skyrocketed and has been kicking butt, starting her own brand as well as starting her own path, becoming a coach herself. She's someone that you will definitely learn a lot from, as she will show you guys a lot of different ways that she has succeeded herself as a content writer, all working online. Okay, guys, so without further ado, please welcome the amazing Aileen Asilom. Hi, Aileen.
Ian. Hello, everybody.
So excited to have you here, as I've been saying. And this is a very interesting because it's specific of being a lifestyle content writer. And also, of course, I just like talking to you. You're one of my favorite students. You're one of the most hyper ones during the Work Anywhere Challenge. So I like talking to you. So to get started, tell us more of how you got started working online. I know before even the Work Anywhere Challenge, you were already working online as a writer. So tell us more about that, how you got started.
Okay, I started as an ESL teacher for Chinese kids and professionals, and I worked for 1 year and 9 months. And it was only late December of 2019 I decided to shift into freelancing. That's when I enrolled into several courses, freelancing, social media management, and of course the Work Anywhere Challenge. And it was in January that I was hired as a social media manager and a content writer for a coaching site. And until now, I'm still working online.
That's awesome. So I love that you did the shifts and you found, that you like being a writer. So what does a lifestyle content writer do?
Well, the thing that I'm doing, I create content for a coaching site. So for different types of websites, including blogs and social networks. So I speak about relationship. I talk about sex. I talk about, yes, I
That's
talk
okay.
about faith. I talk about, yes, mindfulness. I talk about how to take care of yourself, okay, the self-care. And of course, how to become positive, and some like cooking, baking, or some blogs on how to take care of your home, of your house, okay, some DIYs like that.
Okay, so you mostly work with coaches, and I love that because one of the things that I always say on my channel is one of the first things that you really want to make sure is that you have a niche, you have someone that you're talking to, especially if you're going to be a writer. So you said that you started with ESL. So how did you develop this kind of skill of being a writer? How did you work on that? You said you enrolled in a billion courses.
Yes,
So
that's true.
how did you get started with that? Like, what was the process?
It started with my love to do research. Doing the research, it improves the credibility of the articles that I'm writing, and it adds value to my clients, and I can provide readers with relevant and truthful content. And of course, the knowledge for social media, of course. That's one thing. Understanding social media platforms. I know where to find stories and ideas for my content. Okay, so studying companies' existing posts. Like if I am hired, I help them to, by determining the content that resonated most with the readers or the clients, and a review on a client's social media accounts that gives me something to gather and inspiration for future content to write.
Okay. So
Yes.
I love that you also dove into looking at other people's work. Okay, so that's one thing that not a lot of people think about when you're a writer is you have to also read a lot. You have to also consume a lot of content so you know what to write about. And I love that you talked about how important it is to you.
There's one thing also. I have that thing, adaptability, adapting my style and tone on the task. Because most of my clients, they would just say, okay, can you please write something about this and this? So with just a simple word that they say, and they want me to write like 500 to 700 words for a content. So depending on the purpose of the content, I format my piece to focus on getting detailed information to the audience and provide a call to action.
Oh, yeah.
And also, I have that knowledge on using Google, of course, which I learned also from you.
Google is your friend.
Okay. Yes, from the document to spreadsheet, slides, and forms, and using my calendar brilliantly, of course, and sharing of files through the Google Drive. and using Canva, Hootsuite, using Grammarly in my writing, Loom for my video, Asana and Trello, and I have Skype and WhatsApp and WeChat for communication.
That's awesome. And I love that you laid out also the tools that you need because that's essential. Like a lot of people get stuck on how to start, which is it starts with having good tools. It also starts with researching, just a lot of research. Just like you said, you did a ton of research. You enrolled yourself in a bunch of classes. I remember that when I was closing signups for the Work Anywhere Challenge, you were like, okay, but I just came from another course and I spent this much on a course. I really hope that your course works. I'm like, I'm gonna try my best with you. So
Yeah, you're
and
right. You're
as
right.
you were saying, it did work. So that's good.
Yes, it did.
So
It did.
how did you get that first job though? Like with the research, with everything you've gone through, how did you get that first job?
Well, I got the first job through LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Actually, I didn't apply. She saw my LinkedIn because the first thing that I did was just I optimized all my social media platforms. And yeah, she saw me through LinkedIn, and then she was asking for me to write contents like 3 contents in a day, 5 hours a week to
Wow.
come up with. Yes, and yeah, surprisingly I was able to create contents like good for 2 years for her.
Ooh.
Yes, because I never miss a day writing, minimum of 3, because there are days that I can write like 5 to 7 articles.
That's amazing. As someone who has been a writer, I still am. I know I can write now because of the 10 years experience more than I can write
Mm-hmm.
30 minutes a 700-word article,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
but that's still a lot of different articles that you have to write in a day. That's still amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So far, what has been the most surprising thing about working from home? Like I know you're a mom. I know your kids are mostly grown up now though. I know you're training one of your kids to work
Yes.
online as well. So
Of
what has been
course.
the most surprising thing about being able to work from home?
Well, the one thing that surprised me was that you can work with your pajamas and with no bra.
Yes.
That's one thing I like. Okay, but tonight I wore one. Okay, don't worry.
Thank you.
Okay, my office can be any kind. I can, I
Mm-hmm.
can work in the kitchen. Okay, I can bake and while working, so I can fit my office wherever it fits in my
True.
life. Okay, and my office can be anywhere, and I mean anywhere. Okay, so when you
Mm-hmm.
say anywhere, and I'm not tied to my home either. I can go to the
Mm-hmm.
coffee shop. I can go somewhere
Mm-hmm.
else. Not only for this months because of COVID. Okay, my schedule can be my own.
True.
I can
True.
just this. I can just say, okay, I can work for like 5 hours in a day, okay, like 40 hours a week, and then I can decide also how much will be the price for my services. I'm the boss of my own business.
You can fire your own bosses as well.
Of course, and that's one thing that you taught me.
Well, it's true. If it's not working
Yes.
out, then they
Yeah.
can find other people. You can also find other clients. So it's
Yes.
true both ways. So with
Yes.
being a content writer, what has been kind of your favorite things so far with being a content writer? Why can you write that many articles in a week? So what is it about being a content writer that you like so much?
Okay, Leanne, I love writing content. Okay, it's a dream that I've worked hard to turn to a full-time job, and
Mm-hmm.
now I'm strategizing into a long-term career. Okay, take away all the money, and I'll still be scribbling on my journal, and I'll be tapping away on my laptop.
That's the dream. Like it's the same thing for me. Like
Yes.
take away everything and I'll probably still be writing or making content in some way. That's kind of my passion, just creating content in general. So I love that. And that's something that a lot of people try just miss is they'll go into it for the money. They'll go into it for the perks or whatever. But in the end, it has to be the kind of job that even if you don't get paid anything, if you get paid like the bare minimum, you'll still want to keep doing it because there will be times that are like that. There are going to be hard times. There's going to be times where your client is going to lose their business and you have to get whatever client comes your way. So that's really amazing that you found that. So far with being a content writer, what is kind of a shortcut or hack or something that you found that makes it easier for you to create that much number of content every week?
Okay, every day I write like 3 to 5 sentences. Okay, of anything like what I feel, what I would like to say, express any emotions that I have. I write it in my journal, and I discovered this pro writing aid. It is a
Ooh.
free online editing tool that
Mm-hmm.
helps me improve my writing. So not only does it flag errors, but it also recommends style improvements and helps me find the right words. And if
Nice.
I write my social media posts in batches, the web app lets me check them all at once so I can proofread quickly and efficiently. So it makes my job a little easier.
So
Aside from
basically,
Grammarly.
basically again, tools. By the way, if you're
Yes.
using ProWriting Aid, I also recommend an app called Hemingway.
Hemingway,
It
okay.
shows
I'll take note
you
of that.
if you're using passive voice, if you're using too long sentences, if you're repetitive also. So that's one of my favorite like grammar check tools. Other than
Yeah.
Grammarly, as I'm using Grammarly as well. And I
Yeah.
remember before I did a long test, like a month long test between Grammarly and ProWriting Aid, and Grammarly
Mm-hmm.
won, just the easier way.
The easier.
But Hemingway is something that I use if I'm just typing all online and not
Oh,
using something else. So yeah,
I'll give
that's why I
it a
recommend
try.
it. Yeah.
Yes, I'll try it. Thank you.
Speaking of, what is a common advice that you do give people? I know you've started being able to kind of be kind of a coach to a lot of different people who want to be writers. What is a
Yeah.
common advice that you give them so they can get started, or what's a small step that they can do right now if they want to be
Mm,
eventually become a content writer?
okay. Now, when it comes to becoming a content writer, the more you invest in yourself, the easier and higher paying jobs you're going to find.
True.
So, if you want to be seen as an expert, if you want to be heard, acknowledged, and respected as such, you've got to show up the energy like an expert. Okay, so I'm going to share 3 tips here. Number one, state your opinions as fact, grounded in your message, what you're writing. Then listen to your audience. Think of how you can support them and communicate that you're ready to support them. And tell them the gain. What do they get out from this content that you're writing? Tell them what they'll gain by doing one simple tweak that you suggested to them.
That's very
Now,
awesome. That shows your
about this.
experience. That shows how much you've learned so far. Like I've been a writer for 10 years, so I can tell when people are a little bit newbies, and also I can tell when people have been doing this for a while. And you're definitely someone who's been doing this
Thank
for a while.
you. Thank
so
you.
so this is now a question that I've already asked you before when we first started doing Work Anywhere Challenge. But Eileen, what
Mm.
is your big, hairy, audacious goal?
Oh, okay. Well, number one is earn my first million. I'm almost there.
Yay!
Almost there. Yay. And then, of course, learn skills,
Mm-hmm.
enroll, learn, and apply. Okay, just like
Mm-hmm.
what I did with WAC and some other courses which I enrolled. And
Mm-hmm.
build a career, okay, from a lifestyle content writer to social media manager and becoming a lifestyle coach
That's
later on. And
awesome.
of course, doing community outreach. That's women empowerment.
Yes, yes, yes,
Mm.
yes. So if people stumbled up on this video because they wanted to get to know you, they want to work with you, or they
Mm.
want to get a little bit of coaching with you, just a little bit more of your insight, how can people find you? How can people reach you? You know, all of your links, however, the fastest way that people can reach you, basically.
Okay, well, I have my Facebook page. Okay, aside from my personal account, Aileen Asilom, I also have the Freelance Services by Aileen. It's my freelancing page. And I also have a group, FB group. I call that At Home with Mommy I. That's where I talk to women, mostly
Mm-hmm.
mothers, ages from like 25 to 40. Women are invited to join that group so we can talk about a lot of things about what's going on in the lives of women, mothers, and yeah. And also, I have my Instagram and LinkedIn, and I'm working on my website now, so people can take a peek of what
Yay!
I'm doing. And also a page on baking, cooking, because I'm also a
Ooh.
freelance chef. So I have Chef Ice Kitchen, and which I am looking forward to come up with good videos on cooking and basics, the basics in the kitchen, and using kitchen tools. Okay, that will encourage the mothers, especially women now who are who are bound to stay home because of COVID.
Yep.
Okay, so like creating a menu or a recipe for what's available in their pantry. So that's what I'm planning to do. So it's still in
Yeah.
process. Yes.
Awesome. Very, very awesome. Again, guys, I'll put all of the links below so you can check Mommy Eileen out. Now, I just called you Mommy
Yes,
Eileen. I'm so
course.
used to calling you Mommy Eileen. So thank you
Yeah.
so much, Eileen, for coming on. Thank you so much for
Yes.
sharing a lot of your knowledge, a lot of what you've learned in the last couple of years being a writer. And of course,
Mm,
I am looking forward to just your growth. And you know me, I'm
yeah.
I'm the number one supporter for all of the Work Anywhere Challenge students. So
Of course.
thank you so much.
Yan, if not for
Mm.
you also and all the coaches who never stopped, helping me and inspiring me because they keep on saying that I'm 49 years old, okay? I'm 49. So they're not really expecting for a 49-year-old woman can, be as updated as I am with the tools that I'm using. But
Yeah.
they just don't know that I really did a great research on that, and I have to be in. Okay, so I would like to thank you for inviting me here, and it's such a pleasure to be in your channel. And just to let the people watching know, I am just a fan of Lianlai Lacaba. I like her. I love her through her YouTube videos. And later on, I was looking through Facebook and I saw, wow, she's going to do whack. And then I was saying, oh, I'm enrolling in the social media course. But I sent her a message that I'm interested to get into the whack. And well, I got favor from her, and I did my best in whack, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I love you, and you're such an inspiration, the virtual ate. And yes, just like my daughter Hannah, she's 16 and she's writing now. Okay, so just like a little Leon. Okay, so she's also inspired to write. Thank you so much. The Lord bless you.
Thank you. So again, guys, I will put all of Eileen's links below so you can check her out. So make sure to follow her for more tips on how to be a content writer. And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button right there so this reaches more people. And also comment below any tidbits or any favorite parts of this interview that you will now take away and start hopefully a path in being a content writer. Now, if you guys haven't yet, make sure to hit the subscribe button right there so you don't miss any of my videos every Sunday and Thursday. You guys can check out these other two interviews that I've done right here with other amazing people whom I know that you're going to learn a lot from. I hope you guys have an awesome day and remember that small steps matters. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!